And just like that, it's Tuesday.
It's
Hey,
22.
KOTG
22.
Tuesday.
It is
Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
Welcome to Tuesday.
Yeah, baby.
And welcome back, Brent, in the house.
I'm
Good
here.
to see you again.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Jump into live chat. Pull it up.
Live chat is going nuts right now.
Oh wow, yeah.
I can't even keep up with it.
Yeah, dude.
They must
Jason?
they must know we got something going on tonight.
I think they've heard.
The word is out. I said we got to get at least, 22 likes before we can give something away.
And that's going light, man, light. And there's already up to 30, so that didn't take too long.
No. So
Yeah, I got a good feeling about our watching numbers this week.
yeah.
If you wait until 10:22 in military time, it would be 22:22 on 2:20. I mean, that's got to be like at 22 seconds.
Maybe we
So
should
we gotta
maybe
stay
we should
live.
wait for the grand
No, you
finale
guys do your
giveaway.
thing. I'm just. I mean, that's like 12 twos or something.
That's a whole hell of a lot of twos, and I think you might just be the man to bring something special for that.
Yeah.
I did see on the news that there was actually a baby born at 2:22 this morning on 2/22/22.
Wow.
So
Congratulations, Nate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah.
Welcome.
You're the father.
Yeah.
Hey,
Got me.
quick shout out to Papa Mo's Low. Hey, Papa, I am in Alabama.
Hey-oo.
Just down the street or so from you. Got my headset on, calling people about their extended car warranties, But no, I wanted to give a shout out to Papa. He's our OG. And I know there's another guy, Bama Bermuda or something in here. So coming live from Alabama tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, with the tornado warning too, is that right?
Yeah, there's a tornado warning. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know if there's a tornado, I don't know where to go. So
Do they have basements in Alabama? I know a lot of
I don't know about this hotel. I should go down to the front desk and ask them where their storm shelter is or something. But yeah,
Stay safe, man. Open that
thanks.
car.
I do love me some Alabama because I'm from Texas. I was born in Texas, but my family's from Alabama originally. So
is that why you wear your hat like that? Just the old
yep.
Is that the old Alabama slam on the hat?
The really sharp. Yep.
Looking good.
Like
All right,
that.
guys. Well, let's we can get on with the show since we're going till 10:22 or so. So let's grab a glass. I got my Mountain Dew voltage.
Coke Zero.
Ooh, Nate's got a Bush. All right.
It's a special
I ran out of
occasion.
Bush Light.
Oh, Andrew's out of Bush Light.
This is
Let's
just
grab
for
a
Andrew
glass.
right here.
I was gonna write like Bush Light on like my solo cup just for you, Nate.
So
That was
grab a
embarrassing
glass
to order
and
that, by the
keep
way.
off the
It
grass.
is. It is. But
Bush.
I got grapefruit vodka and Red Bull. Someone
There
asked
you
what I
go.
was drinking.
Yeah.
it sounds like a goddamn party at your house.
We tried it in San Diego. My wife and I were out there. And we tried it's like a pineapple, I don't know, tropical Red Bull and grapefruit. It was like happy hour is like $3 for this. We're like, we'll take 2 of those, and then 2 more of those, and 2 more of those, and yeah. Next thing you know, I don't really remember much.
Yeah. So I'd like to call out Andrew on slicking his hair up. He threw on cologne for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's how pumped up he is. He is ready for the show. He said, "You know what? I'm going to look good.
Prime time.
I'm going to feel good, and I'm going to smell good for tonight's show." So he splashed on some cologne just for you guys. So he's ready to bring his A game.
You know what I've been wearing as cologne? I've been wearing the grass scented spray.
Yeah.
That Cub Cadet sent out.
You know what?
I've been wearing it as cologne every day.
I've been spraying that on my pillows and the sheets in my bed. I'll tell you what,
Right there.
I didn't tell the wife, and she is just like, oh man, I don't know what's gotten into me lately.
Yeah,
but-
right. Yeah, right. I was about to say it's probably doing something for you, but not the wife.
If only. My kids sprayed that stuff in my den the other day because they love it. They think it's fantastic. And they were spraying it in the den the other day. And my wife was out of the house. She came back home and she was like, the grass spray. She's like, oh, I can smell
Does
it.
it linger for a while? Is it legit like pretty potent? Like if you were to put it on, you'd walk around and work all day smelling like grass?
I mean, yeah.
It smells.
That's-
It's like a
really
lemony citrus smell. I mean, the little like oil, the oil with the sticks in there, that smells good.
Yeah,
Not
I did. I took
That's
that
cool.
thing to work and I have that on my desk. at
Nice.
work. But anyway, we're not talking about Cub Cadet.
Hey Nate, not to call you out or anything, but it looks like your wife's in the chat and she's got a few hands of the face to that
Oh,
one.
disagreed with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
see any thumbs up on that one.
That's great.
But hey, speaking of Andrew, Nate, you want to introduce Andrew to the show? Welcome, Andrew.
Yeah, so we went to GIE this year, and on one of the last days, me and Brent and Zach, and we were walking around, and we definitely wanted to go spend a trip to Landzie and meet Andrew and kind of meet those guys, and because I know we've seen them around Instagram and the products that they have, and a lot of guys are using them in the lawn care. So we went and stopped by there and got to know them a little bit. And then they gave away a Swordman at GIE, and unfortunately I didn't win it. So anyway, last night we went out, and me and Zach, Brent took off, he flew back, but me and Zach and we went, and we are gonna go have some beers at PBR, and we get a message from Landzie saying, "Come party with us at PBR." And I'll tell you what, me and Zach and Andrew, we partied it up and had a great time at GIE and PBR, and developed a great relationship, drinking some beers together. I couldn't get Andrew to chug any Busch Lights with me, but we certainly tried and had a good time. But yeah, we developed a great relationship, and with this winter being kind of some guest heavy schedule, we reached out and said, "Hey, you willing to come on and tell the crew about your business and what you guys do?" And he was delighted to do it, and so here we are, and glad to have you on the show, Andrew.
Thanks. No, I appreciate the opportunity. I just want to clarify, it wasn't chugging Busch Light because I think it's a shit beer. I was drinking. I was just drinking, just something, anything besides that.
Water.
Yeah, it's basically, yeah. I think they charged us extra because we ordered Busch Light.
It's because they were the tall boys. Those are extra. They're tall.
Oh yeah, extra water. So speaking, I don't know if you want to get into this now, Nate. And since you called me out on the Cologne, I'm just gonna go straight, to the. Do you want to get into this?
No, go ahead. It's all you, man. It's all you.
So I don't know what had happened, and so at this point we were drinking. This is like. We had like this little like booth area and right above the bull. And so we were watching people riding the bull, and they were bringing out like buckets of beer and stuff. And we were there, like we were shooting the shit for a couple hours. My wife was there. Emma, who works with us, was there. So we were all having a good time. Like you said, last night we had a 7 a.m. flight, and somehow we got to talking about the bull and the anatomy of the bull. And I don't know if it was my wife who said this to you. The bull at PBR is anatomically correct. So my wife just said to Nate, I don't know if it was me, I don't really recollect most of the evening, I'll be honest, but somehow Nate got down onto the bull riding area and tickled the bull's balls. Like, straight up, whole hand underneath. We have several photos. Apparently my wife promised him a spreader. I don't think he ever got it. We'll send that to you, Nate. I mean, you deserve it after that. We'll share that picture all over Instagram.
Oh man.
That's got to be a separate giveaway. In fact, whoever can come up with the best caption for this photo. Because I'm taking a photo of my wife taking a photo of Nate tickling the balls. You see a girl in the background who works there quite attractive, by the way. Hopefully my wife's not in this chat. And she's trying to like shoo him away. Like, dude, you can't rub the bull's balls anymore. This is just like
Get out of here, man.
yeah, basically. Yeah.
This
So,
is
no,
true
it was,
story.
dude, that was a great night. That was a great night. I wasn't going to go into so much detail, but he did call me out in the Cologne.
You know, and that was
true.
like one of my. I was saying this right before you hopped on, Andrew. I was saying to Nate, I was like, you know, one of my biggest regret with GIE is the way I booked my flights, and that I had to leave that day. I left that afternoon at like, you know, whatever, 4:30, 5 o'clock. My flight went out, and all night I just kept getting texts from Zach and from Nate, and they were like, "Hey, this is great," and I was like, "Oh man." And like, you know, it was great to be home. It was nice to be home after a couple of days away, but I was like, "Oh, I'm missing the freaking party of the year right now." Right? Man.
We had a good time, man.
Yeah,
It was fun.
Yeah,
It was definitely a good time. So no, I appreciate you throwing me underneath the bus with that story, but we're even now.
Yeah, we're even. I'm also
So-
wearing, I'll let you know. So I've Cologne. I kind of threw a comb through my hair. I should have worn a hat. Everyone's wearing a fucking hat. I should have worn a Landzie hat. Can I curse on this? Is that cool?
Oh, yeah.
I also have sweatpants on, just so you know.
Nice.
That
Other than
evens
me, I
things
have
out
no
at
pants
all.
on.
Hey.
So yeah, let's get into
let's get into
Landzie. So what is Landzie? How'd you come about the company itself? How did it get started? Like, what's your background? You know, what were you doing before, and how did you kind of get into it?
Yeah, so my background's in nursing, actually, healthcare. I was a nurse for like a decade. I actually was a full-time nurse. Traveled up to like right outside of New York during the right at the beginning of COVID when stuff was like really, really bad, and saw some pretty deep shit. But that was kind of as like Landzie was, you know, kind of growing. So it's still working. It took a while, and now it's my full-time job. But about now it's been 3 years. My wife, we've been throwing peat moss down on our lawn for years. It's overseeding every year, and I get my wife to help me. And she's been a trooper, and this has been going on for a decade. And we would overseed every year and throw down peat moss, and she'd be like, "Dude, I can't pick peat moss out of spots I don't want to talk about for days afterwards." She's like, "I'm just not doing it. It's dirty. It's all over." She's like, "You're tracking it through the house." She's like, "You're not getting any for 3 days, basically." So we actually, there's
Solid
there's
motivation.
another company who makes you know, a similar product, and I somehow found it online and I bought it, and it was expensive, but I was like, my wife told me to do this, so I did it. And I got it, and it was really, really disappointed with how it was just manufactured. And I was like, dude, I'm a nurse. I know nothing about, I have no engineering background. I have no mechanical background. I just like my lawn, and I can do a better job. So I just sat down and started like on a napkin, drawing up, okay, this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. Made a bunch of changes, did some CAD drawings, and started having it manufactured. And then it kind of, you know, just started from there out of my garage. Yeah. So that's basically, you know, that's the gist of it. It was just really dissatisfied, almost pissed off to a point with the product that I just, you spend a lot of money. A lot of lawn products are not, you know, cheap. And I know you guys are all aware of how much you invest in your lawn. So that's basically what it came down to.
That's incredible. That's
So
like,
that was, oh, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, Nate.
I was going to say, so that was the very first product that you guys started with?
That was it. That was our only product for a good year and a half.
Gotcha. And then the name Landzie, how'd you come up with that? What's it mean?
So Landzie is actually I don't know. Originally it was going to be Lanzie, and we're going to take out the D. It was LAN and then ZIE. For my children are named Landon and Mackenzie.
You got to leave the D in there though. You got to have the D.
You just wow. So your wife's in the chat, dude. So it's a combination of my kids' names. And then we're sitting there one day and I was talking to my friends, and this was like after I had developed a prototype, after I had like filed like to create like an LLC or whatever with like the state and get like a business started. Cause we were actually Landzie, Lanzie for like 2 months. And I'm sitting there with my friend and I was kind of telling her, hey, it's a combination of my kids' names. And that was something I was pretty proud of because, obviously I love my kids. And she's like, wait a second, you sell landscaping products and you don't do Landzie because your kid's name is Landon. And I was like, what do you mean? And she just started like laughing at me. And this went on for like a half hour. She was just like cracking up, just busting my balls for like not including the D. Go ahead, Nate. So yeah, no, that's so Landon, he's the oldest. He's got 4 letters. Mackenzie, it has 3, and that was just a combination, and it kind of went really well, and it worked out. We actually love it now. I'm actually pretty proud. I think it's the only good thing like I've done. I think I give like I said, Emma works with us. I give her a lot of credit. I give my wife a lot of credit. But I came up with the name.
Yeah, I think we had Cujo Yardware on a couple weeks ago, and he was kind of telling the story about that name and what it meant and the story behind it. And it was super cool, just like yours is, with your kids. And I just think it's cool that, the stories behind the company's names. I just think it's really, really cool to hear those from you guys and how you came up with them and what it actually means to you. So that's super cool.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so the compost spreader sounds, that's pretty awesome. That that was something where sounds like you were irritated or frustrated with what was currently available, and you kind of came up with this improved version of, which is awesome. What was your guys's? Was it the leveling rake came next, or kind of how did you guys decide? You got that going, folks responded to it. What's something else you guys could offer? How did you guys come up with the next thing, and what was the next thing you guys started making?
So I guess after the original 24-inch spreader, we had a lot of people asking, just tons of calls. So I try and, we really pride ourselves on customer service. So I try and answer each call personally, which is becoming a little more tough lately, but I enjoy talking to people. People are talking about their lawns. Guys are calling in, asking lawn questions, and you're just shooting the shit. It's like this. When people call in, this is how like our phone calls to the customer service like work. Is someone's like, hey, I have a question about this. And I really do I love my job. I enjoy it. So a lot of people were asking about the size and how much capacity it held. And we're just saying, I have this much lawn. I need a bigger lawn. So we just went bigger. So we did a 44-inch. And then once we did the 44, we got a lot of people calling, I'm in between the 24 and the 44. This happened a dozen or so times where people were like debating on the phone. And I was like, hey, I'm a horrible salesman. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to be completely transparent with you. This is what it is. I don't know. I'm not trying to upsell you on anything, based on the size of your lawn. It's kind of in between. So after so many of those calls where it's like, it's kind of in between, I was like, what if I just made a 36-inch? So we made a 36-inch. And then, the fork aerator came along, the lawn level with Ryan Knorr, soil probe. The fork aerator came out, again, frustration from, you see these products that were just clogging up. And it was just... It's taking frustration out of products, and I don't know why that one product that became such an annoyance for me, because I'm typically like I like to consider myself like relatively laid back, like whatever, I don't give a shit, and this pissed me off. So then I was like, all right, now I'm like, all right, when lawn care products aren't up to par, I'm just like, all right, if I can do this better, why not? And I also take a lot of feedback. I read a lot of reviews. I try and talk to a lot of people. Anyone who calls in, I try and get their feedback about items, about anything about their lawn. Because I spend my day. My job is talking to people about their lawn. It's pretty cool.
That's great. And you're right, because I have one of those, like I have a step-on aerator, and they're, whatever, bigger company that's sold in Home Depot. So I have no qualms about saying it's a Corona one. And it sucks balls. I
Does it
used
suck
it
balls or tickle balls?
both. I can't get like too down on tickling balls, because like my man Nate did it and he knows how to party, and I love Nate. Like, that's my dude. So I mean, like maybe tickling balls isn't that bad if Nate did it. I don't know. But like
It was a
it does
dare.
that Corona one that they sell at like Home Depot is awful. It does. You're right. That's one of the ones that I'll say, like, I bought it and I was sorely disappointed. That like it does. It just clogs up. It doesn't really push the cores out well when you go from one row to the next. And I got it because I'm like, listen, I got a lot of little like problem areas. Like I got one spot in my back corner that I need to be on top of that, because nothing had grown there for years before I bought my house. And so I'm trying to like kind of revive that area. And it stinks. It is the worst lawn tool that I've ever purchased. So I can appreciate you saying that that there are products out there that are sold, and there's products that are sold on a massive scale that simply don't work, and that are just simply not good. So I really appreciate that perspective of saying this didn't work, I wasn't happy with it, and there's got to be something better. There's not, well, I'll make it. I really like that. That's awesome.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate it. And again, I take a lot of feedback from everyone else too. Like I try and, talk to as many people as I can, just about their experience, them calling in, and people, guys love talking about their lawns. So it's great to hear. I've learned so much. I thought I learned a lot before. I thought I knew a lot about grass and stuff, but just from talking to everyone, it's crazy how much like information I've learned. So it's really cool. Can I just, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, after you, sir. You drink the Busch Light. You drink premium beer. You got to go first.
I was just gonna say, like, what product do you feel like that you launched or you came out with that really gained some traction for you guys?
It was definitely the 24-inch spreader. That was our big, like, that one's our most popular one, by far. That gained a lot of that. That's definitely like our best selling product.
Is that because
it was the first one, so I'm kind of proud about it. What's that?
You think that's when you like really tapped into the homeowner, like, and really got, because I mean that's what they, a lot of people, we're not like Olee, not all of us have acres, and so Brian or myself, we always have a quarter to half an acre or whatever, and so you can actually throw some peat moss in there and roll it out and do the job yourself versus having a tractor or whatever to spread something with.
Yeah. So and that's what's great about the 24-inch. It appeals to like everyone. Not everyone owns a ton of acreage. And we have some people call us like, hey, I have 12 acres of land. How many like times do you think you have to fill the peat moss spreader to cover all 12 acres? I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a project. So it's the 24 for sure. Because it definitely kind of appeals to everyone. And I think that accounts for the majority of our sales. And that's our first product. So I'm kind of like, attached to that, I guess. Some kind of sentimental value or shit like that. I don't know.
Gotcha. So as far as the lawn rake, how did you and Ryan Knorr kind of hook up, or how did you guys partner up? Is there a story behind that, or?
He's just a good looking dude. I mean, I just felt like, so no, I reached out to Ryan. Ryan was one of the first guys. I've watched Ryan for a long time. I've learned a lot from him. So he's one of the first guys I reached out to about the spreader. And I just said, hey, do you mind if I send you this product? And this was pretty early on. He's like, yeah, you can try. He's like, I'll be honest, I'm not featuring products if they're not good. I was like, that's fine. I don't want you to. I just let me send you this, and that's it. And then he was impressed by it. He did a pretty cool video about it. It picked up traction after that. And then just our relationship with him, just talking to him on the phone, like Ryan's a good dude. He knows his shit. And just a nice guy. He's just a decent guy. So yeah, that was it. And we were talking about a lawn level, and I told him I was thinking about like kind of, making one, and he was talking about price points, and one of the ones he sold didn't come in at the price point he wanted, and we needed to make one that was, just reasonably priced. And we tried to make it without compromising, quality or the integrity of the product. So that's kind of where we came in with that.
Yeah, I have one, and worked great for me. I haven't had any problems with it. I know some other people had issues, I guess, with the handle. And I know that you guys had kind of gone back to the drawing board and redesigned some stuff and then sent out handles to people who had issues. Isn't that right?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm be quite frank. We definitely, I think at first we designed it wrong, or we designed it wrong for the average user. So we designed the prototype, and we wanted to make it so you could ship the handle and everything together. So what really jacks up the price of a lot of these products is shipping. Shipping costs us a lot of money. So especially if you're shipping like a 6-foot handle, an 8-foot handle, whatever.
Especially nowadays.
So we wanted,
yeah.
It's ridiculous. I should have started like a logistics company. So we wanted to make a 2-piece one, and the connection was not great at first. We were able to, Ryan tested it really extensively. He's got a lot of videos that him and I were going back and forth with and testing it. And, I guess he uses it differently than, the average homeowner. And, I wasn't having any issues. He wasn't having any issues, but then we started to get feedback from homeowners, pretty quickly. So fortunately, we were able to catch on really quick. We changed the design right away. So yeah, after about a month or two, we were able to just completely change the design, make it much more reinforced. And we were really, we either sent out new poles or all new lawn levels to anyone who had an issue with their existing one. So, and that's one thing we also pride ourselves on is like, so we offer a lifetime guarantee on our products. If you have an issue with your product, no matter what, we want to fix it. We know what it's like to be the consumer. We want to help people out. That's it. So, but yeah, that's why we, try to make things right. So if anyone has one and has an issue with it, or any product and has an issue with it, let us know, reach out to me.
Yeah, I think that's great. Listening to people and then trying to figure out, how to make it better. But I think that obviously speaks directly to the reason that you started the company in the first place, right? Is here's a problem. I don't like it. I can do it better. And having that as a foundation for a company, I think is really great. I mean, I have a company on the side myself in the golf industry, and we try to approach our business the same way, and say okay, get feedback from people. Okay, there was a problem with the shipping, and you're right, shipping costs is what absolutely murders you. But saying like, okay, well, here's a problem with this, or I didn't like this, or you can improve this way. But having that foundation of your entire company being in, this didn't work well, this is a problem, we can do it better, I think is a huge benefit to being able to take that kind of feedback, that, kind of critical feedback, and say, well, all right, well, it didn't work out as well as we'd hoped. Let's go back to the drawing board and do it. I think that's rad. I like that a lot.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I've been married for 10 years. I'm used to taking critical feedback.
So have you guys made any adjustments or like tweaks of anything else, like the compost spreader or the core area? Have you guys gotten feedback and made any adjustments since you've been offering them?
Yeah, we have. We constantly make tweaks, and they're so minor that even like I was talking to one of the guys in our warehouse today. Awesome dude. His name's Jeremy, but everyone calls him Brooklyn. He's not from Brooklyn though. Anyway, So yeah, we're just talking about like some like little like tweaks, and he's like, "How do you tell the difference between?" I was like, he's like, "I can't tell," and I was like, "No, just a minor thing here. We added a small little rail on the inside to prevent the cage from falling in because one person complained about it. I was like, well, if that's going to cost us an extra 75 cents to make, and it can prevent like one issue or little tweaks. We reinforced the clasps. I know people were having some trouble with the clasps. And that was kind of not a major issue because at the end of the day, it was like less than like 3%, but it was something that was like kind of, talked about, and hey, this is one issue. They're small clasps. And that was in the original design was trying to make a compromise between like sturdiness and, utility. Because if you're rolling it over and you have this huge clasp, I can put something massive on there and you're just gonna go bump, 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 bump every time. So it was a compromise between that. So we made changes to that. That's like, a really, really small increase in the diameter of that. Little things like that, changing the type of paint we use, changing the logo on the side. I think we made like 17 adjustments, and they're all so minor, from the diameter to the holes, because some people said it was coming out too much or too little, and this and that, little things.
Just little minor optimizations that you kind of have gotten back from folks over the time, just to continue to make it a little bit better. That way, I mean, that makes sense, or, satisfaction of folks saying, yeah, no, this thing is great, or that's awesome. I like to hear that you guys are taking that information and even if it's minor and maybe, it wouldn't be super noticeable, just that little bit. That way, people are satisfied with the product. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Thanks. Do you guys mind if I take a minute to answer? So there were a couple questions I saw come through. Someone asked about a 3-point hitch.
Real quick, Andrew, though, we're about halfway into this, and I need to start taking some names down. So let's.
Are we giving something away?
Well, I heard there may be something giveaway. If you want to announce that, get that started, then let's go to questions.
No, go ahead.
Well, it was a surprise to me. I jumped on a plane this morning and I started getting all these notifications that Landzie was going to give away like $1,000 worth of product tonight, which totally blew my mind. And I guess you guys talked a little bit about it last night. So I believe there's some hats and some shirts and some spreaders and a whole shebang. So what I'd like to do is
right. We're doing like 22 different things.
22 items
tonight.
Yeah, we had the February 22nd special of giving away 22 different things. So
what I'd like for everybody to do in the chat, who are in the chat right now, we got 93 people watching right now. So that is a lot.
I see 95.
You got 95. It keeps bouncing. I think people are kind of checking in and leaving, checking in and leaving.
Thinkers.
But so if everybody who is interested in, we got 64 likes.
We better get that up. We better get that up a little bit before we kick this thing off.
Uncle On guy says we shouldn't give anything away till we hit 69 likes.
69.
I did like Drunk Lawn Guy's question earlier. He said, Andrew, you want to do any collabs with anything that needs a bottle opener on it? So he said every lawn tool needs a bottle opener on it. He's open for some ideas if you need to get with him.
Who said that? Because that's fantastic.
Drunk Lawn Guy. It's actually Brian's neighbor out there in Utah.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of Busch Light. So if you're gonna work with him, he knows what he's talking about. I was
gonna say, dude, the ending about the bottle opener, and then he told me Busch Light.
He was a Bud
doesn't
Light.
Need a bottle opener for Busch Light. Busch Light doesn't even come in bottles.
Yes, it does. It's just
okay,
better in a can. It holds better in a can.
All right, so we got 77 likes, guys. So if everybody in the chat will type in, spell it out, Landzie, we'll take your name in for the giveaway while Andrew answers these other 3 questions and stuff during that time.
And don't forget the D.
There's a D in there.
D is important. We'll accept it either way. So no, just a couple things I was reading. 3-point hitch. The new 44-inch has been designed with a 3-point hitch. just to make it a little more reinforced. We had, I don't know how many we sold, but we had like less than 2%, 1%. It was super small. Just a couple of people complained about issues there. So we just want to reinforce it. Were you one of them?
I was
I think
not.
he's
I'm
seeing
just.
names.
Oh, Brian.
The
Oh,
live
no,
chat
I-
is going crazy. I'm
Brian-
the one trying to get
Ryan's
everybody's
head
names.
spinning from
Brian.
all of the Lancet
Sorry.
comments.
This is why I wanted to get it going. 'Cause
Oh, yeah, I see.
it's gonna take a
Can
minute.
Can I get in on the giveaway too?
Yeah.
So also we do have a 3-point hitch coming. The core aerator. So the reason that ours is a little bit different is it has an open face on the core. So the tine itself has an open face. So when you push down, you step down, the cores have somewhere to eject. Instead of coming out the top, they're coming out the front, and there's a bevel. So the dirt is going through the core, hitting the bevel, and then being pushed out the front because the front is an open face. Otherwise, if you're just coming out of the top, it just jams in the top. I don't think I'm articulating that properly, but go out there with one of I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus, but another brand and try that. And what I'm looking for is I want to see cores. I want to see actual pieces of dirt. I just don't want to see holes in my lawn. I want to see the dirt come up, and that's kind of how we design the product.
So when the guys came out,
cool
they did
design
aerating
idea for
yard,
sure.
Their tines are at an angle, so when it comes out, it has something to go, out, not straight up to where it gets smushed and kind of impacted, kind of like a impacted bowels, let's say. But having it be able to push out like that, do you think is that to help it so it doesn't get clogged up versus one that just goes straight up, doesn't have that forward motion?
Exactly. That helps, and the open face helps a lot too. It's just such a wide area too. If you're talking about impacted bowels, think about, never mind. Bigger area to exit.
There you go.
Bill's a doctor. He's familiar.
What is the length of the tines for the core that you pull if you essentially use the whole tine?
It's just a little over 4 inches. Don't quote me on that.
So average.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, 4 inches. You beat me to it. Never mind. Damn it, Nate.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I mean, I know, depending on obviously the compaction of your yard and whatnot, that's going to, determine essentially, how deep you're going to be able to get the tine. But I was just curious what the maximum capability of the tool is.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
And then I just way to put that, Nate.
I was tiptoeing on that sucker. Yeah. But hey, I also saw here, I don't know, like a month ago, I saw you guys posted on a story or something that you had maybe like a full, I want to say like a 5-foot wide, like pull behind aerator or something like that you were looking for some people to demo or something. Is that right?
So we have 2 aerators we've been working on for a little while. I'm very, I forget who meant, I'm sorry. I forget who mentioned it earlier. Just like the small little details, and they mean a lot to me. I'm really detail oriented. And we're working on 2. So we have a barrel aerator coming out, and it's a big drum filled with water, and just pull behind, gonna weigh a shit ton. We're trying to trademark that a shit ton, an actual metric weight. And that's one of them. So we're really close with that. The other one is just a typical, if you go and buy an AgriFab or, a 32 core aerator, for me, and I own one and I like it, but it's the kind you have to put blocks on the back and stuff. And it just takes 48 passes over 12 square feet to properly aerate your lawn because the tines are so spread apart. So we just added a bunch of cores. So yeah, we were looking, and fortunately a bunch of people responded. I think we still have 2 left. If anyone wants one, hit me up. Just looking for some feedback. We're just kind of still in our testing phase to see how the 96 cores work, because you do need to add a lot of weight. So we're trying to find the proper amount of cores, because you do want to penetrate the ground, and you don't want to have to be able to add a lot of weight, but at the same time, we need enough cores so you're not going over the same area 48 times.
Yeah. And you said you just fill that one with, is it, you fill it with water, what's the drum made out of? Plastic or metal?
Steel. Yeah, steel.
Gotcha. So Olee, is it set up to pull behind like a riding lawnmower or a tractor, or?
Yeah, it comes with a hitch.
Gotcha. I know one tool that Olee, I see him using a lot, is an aerator. And to me, those look super cool. But like every time I watch him, he's pulling it behind a tractor. And Olee, does it have hydraulics in it, or?
No, it's PTO driven.
Okay.
And the way that the aerator works is it's a solid tine, so it doesn't pull cores. And as it's rolling through the ground, it shakes, so it fractures. So it's ideal for super dry concrete like soil, because it will just crumble it. So
yeah, I could see like an idea or a possible future endeavor with something like that on a smaller scale, for someone that, and like I said, I don't know all the mechanical side of everything, but if there's a way to get that for like, a 24-inch or something like that someone could walk and push one or something like that, that'd be sweet.
Shake and bake.
Olee and I will touch base later. We'll charge you double, Nate.
Hey, I'll take 5% commission for that R&D idea.
So Andrew, one of the questions that was asked by a guy, another Jersey guy in the chat, Super TA, he was saying, do you have any plans or thoughts on trying to work with any box stores or rental houses for somebody who may not want to purchase an item, or who has maybe storage issues, because obviously, like say the peat moss spreader specifically, that's a big tool, right? So you're taking up some real estate to kind of store that. Do you have any plans or thoughts on trying to work with rental houses or box stores that do tool rentals to try to get your tool out there so that people can use it in a rental capacity?
So you want to know how my tool takes up a lot of real estate is what you're asking. All right,
that's right.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, no, yeah. So working with big box stores is no slight against Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. Will be available on Home Depot shortly. The process is so oh man, it's a headache. So we just went through I'm
sure it is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So no, we do have a couple places. We have a place in Pittsburgh area that's I'm so sorry, I forget the name off the top of my head. The Shed is also someone we work with. They have a couple that they rent out. So we're trying to develop a network to rent them out, because you're right. It's not something that's collapsible. It's something you're going to use 2-3 times a year. And so we are working with that to try and rent them out. But that's kind of, that's going to be a slow process to try and find enough. What was this? Sorry, I thought there was another part of the question. I may have forgotten.
No, that was it. Just if you had any thoughts on working with, in a rental capacity.
Yeah.
Just for people,
are you offering to rent them out of your garage? Central Jersey.
Sure. If anybody's in Central and North Jersey, hit me up and you can come rent one. I'll store them for you. Are you in Central Jersey or North Jersey? This is a big debate in Jersey. For those of you who aren't in Jersey, this is a big topic of debate. It's a big debate in Jersey. Since you're in South Jersey, you would consider where I am North Jersey. However, I work in North Jersey. I work right across from Midtown, and it's that's I don't know. I would say that's North Jersey. But
yeah, I agree. I went to school.
It's like this back and forth. Like, where's the line of demarcation? Like, is the line of demarcation like, the northern shore, like Monmouth County, or is it like New Brunswick? It's kind of, I don't know.
Well, this is like a whole 45-minute conversation. I went to school at Rutgers, so you're Central Jersey, but we'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
Pork roll versus Taylor ham too is another thing.
I'm pretty close to Rutgers. I'm about 5 minutes from Rutgers. My wife went there. So it's, I would say Central Jersey is where I'm at, but yeah.
Agreed.
I talk to most people in South Jersey where my wife's family lives, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're in North Jersey." I'm like, all right. I work in North Jersey, but all right.
Actually, the Lawn Warrior brought up a really good idea for someone that's thinking about buying one that, is maybe doesn't want to go all in on the cost or something like that. He actually said, buy a spreader and rent it out on Facebook Marketplace. So you essentially can make your money back from having a few people a year use it. You'd make your money back on it. So that's not bad. Sure. That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple people do that.
Yeah. Especially like I said,
rent one, use it, and then try to convince my wife that I really need to buy one because it works so well. That was kind of a little reverse on that one. But then, then we can, rent it out for other people. Yeah, make a little side hustle.
Yeah.
So someone mentioned Swordman, and maybe this is definitely a topic for another time, but asked about supply chain issues. And I just wanted to real quick say, for Swordman, no, we will have no supply chain issues. We plan on having every part, everything for Swordman in stock, every reel, every little nut and bolt. There's like 270 pieces that go into that. So if you have a Swordman and you need any little part, we have it. But regarding your wife, convincing your wife, one of the things we're working on is like some kind of a catchy, funny video to convince your wife to buy lawn products, because that's a big part of it. And I talk to a lot of guys who call and they're like, hey, I want this and I'm sold on it, but is there any way you can convince my wife? And they're half joking, half not. But the number of people I talk to every day, that's the theme, like convincing your wife. So that's a whole new, if anyone has any ideas for how to do that, any wives in the chat, Nate, is your wife in here? I think can hit me up later. Let me know how. What do we got to put like a box of like chocolates in with every spreader, or what do we have to do?
Maybe you can partner up with Lawn Sauce. He's out in Hawaii, and every time he sends one of his stickers, he sends his nuts. He's got some chocolate covered macadamia nuts, so he always sends the Lawn Sauce nuts. So that's a good little catchy thing.
And it's funny for all the dudes too, because then you could send nuts out with your tool. I'm hilarious. I'll be here all night.
Hey, Brian, how you doing, buddy?
Sorry, guys, I blacked out there for a second. Where we at?
You don't want to know.
What you got, Brian?
I think I'm done. I think I just got the last one like a second ago. So,
man,
I'm gonna throw this out there. I've said this in previous shows, and I'm gonna say it again. So obviously, guys, I saw 100 people. Now I see 93. It's bouncing all over. We got a lot of people in the chat. Okay, and obviously, there's a crap ton of people that just type Landzie, and the expectation of Brian to get 100% accurate, it may not happen. So I've said this before, if your name got missed, sorry, but we are not pros. We're just DIY dudes, just like you guys. If we miss someone, we apologize. But like I said, it has happened before where I've had people message me like, hey, I was in the chat and I didn't get, we're sorry. We're trying our best. We're trying to have fun. We're trying to, do what we do. But if that's you, we sincerely apologize. It's not with will intent at all. But just want to throw that out there. So it's kind of a disclaimer that, we're doing this out of the goodness of Landzie, trying to promote their products and trying to come on the show and help us out with everything. So hopefully we get everyone. But if not, you can personally message Brian at Lawntism on Instagram.
Yeah. Tell me that I'm doing a horrible job. I love it.
No, in all seriousness, like I said, we're trying our best, guys. And if you did get left off, we apologize. But
also,
not.
like you said, I mean, we've had over 100 people and jumping back down and up and stuff. So I know some people are logging into their second accounts and whatnot. That's fine. Can't
we can't
verify
do that,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
We could-
Somebody had like 5 accounts. I recognized them, so I didn't put them all down. Just kidding.
So Life of Stripes is not eligible. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, yeah.
Pharm Dad 2, Pharm Dad 3.
Ingenuity of lawn.
Lawntism 1, 2, 3,
Uh-oh.
4, 5. All right.
My wife said she better be in there. So
she is in there because she's not KOTG, so I
All
figured
right.
that counts.
So
She
family.
said you owe her big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what
So you guys ready to see how many we have?
Yeah.
All right. Let me pull the screen up. I got to clear some tabs out real quick.
Oh, you don't want anybody to know what your date night plans are, huh?
I find it extremely hilarious that my wife calls me Stripe Life on here, by the way.
You're right. She keeps it in character.
It's
Your
it's
wife's
not
a
third
good sport about it. Mine is.
it's not
mine
third
created
person.
My wife created an entire Instagram just to troll me. You know.
All right. I changed the background. You can kind of see it. I got 88 names.
That's awesome.
Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
It was
That's
crazy.
awesome.
It was crazy. So
That's impressive.
that was a
The-
lot
the-
of people.
That's impressive work.
A lot of people want that Landzie stuff, so that's an awesome turnout, I think.
All right.
So what do we
let's
want to go
rapid-
with?
Rapid
All right,
fire.
I want-
So listen.
Can we just Kevin Wilson said boo Rutgers, we are Penn State. Can we just take him out of there?
No, yeah, okay. Let me find his name.
All right, now we're down to 85 names.
Right,
No,
he was 3 of those. And I'll shuffle it a few times before we start so that everybody gets a fair chance.
what are we
right?
doing? Are we doing we got 5 hats, 5 t-shirts. We're gonna do five rounds and give those away first. Is that what you guys are thinking?
Yeah, let's do 5 hats. Just do 5 rapid fire
All
drawings
right.
for hats, and then. So, are we in agreement that once you win something, you're out of the drawing?
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
You know? Everybody
Somebody
gets
could
fair-
win
fair-
everything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like
You
someone
win
like
odds.
LTZ.
I
And
saw.
listen,
I saw.
Here's the deal. All right. Do us a favor. If you win a shirt, say, shoot a message to KOTG Instagram account and say, I want a t-shirt. I would like a medium or a large or whatever the case may be. So that we can kind of keep track. This is a lot of stuff that Andrew's given away.
yeah.
And it's gonna be a chore for us to go through and provide all of that stuff. So if you win something, message us with what you won, what size you want, and your address all in one message so that we can put all of that into a document that has some semblance of organization so that we could send that on to Andrew, please, because this is probably the biggest giveaway that any company has done on the show in terms of amount of stuff. So help us out, shoot us a message with your name, address, and your size and what it was that you won, because otherwise we got to go back and watch the episode and try to sort through all those things. And listen, we all have full-time jobs, so that would be incredibly helpful.
Know we're only giving away 5 shirts, so we don't want 6 or 7 messages asking for shirts so that they want
right.
We do know how many there are, so we will come
we'll
back
obviously
and
know
rewatch.
who's winning the spreader.
Yeah.
So I mean, come on.
Who won the spreader? What?
We will rewatch it. What?
Did you get LTZ?
No, I didn't see LTZ. Is he saying he did it?
Yeah, there was a couple that jumped in real late.
Oh man, guys, you guys are making my life so hard.
Add LTZ, but take away Kevin Wilson, because I think he just said that there's no South Jersey or no Central Jersey as well. Kevin,
Yeah.
DM me. We're gonna have a nice friendly chat, and we'll see where we end up on a couple issues.
Limits here.
Why don't you come see me? tomorrow sometime. I'll give you an address.
I am based out in New Jersey.
You come see me, and we'll talk.
Kevin, we're in Mount Laurel. I live in South Jersey. Whether you consider that a real thing or not, that's fine, Kevin. That's cool. You sound like a nice guy. I do like your avatar.
All right, so I'm going to shuffle it 3 times, and we're doing. Do we say hats first or shirts first?
Hats.
Hats. Okay, so shuffle it 1, 2, 3. Go full screen. All right, here we go. Oh, I don't want to customize. I want to go full screen.
Also, the number of people who are saying 4 inches is deep regarding the aerator is disturbing.
They all get taken out too, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Never mind.
Winner number 1. Olee, you ready?
That's our show right there.
All right, here we go. 1 hat.
Oh,
Look at that.
Kevin Wilson. Glad you
That's
named
the
it.
best
Get
delivery.
That's the
that
best
personally.
part of all of these giveaways, though, is like who pops up on the giveaway wheel. So hilarious. I love it.
Right.
You can deliver that personally and have a chat with them about
He said
it.
he's originally from Summers Point.
Okay.
South
All right,
Jersey.
remove that one. Here we go with
Yes.
hat number 2.
Mount Laurel is where the Top Golf is. Also Edison.
Yep.
All right. Kind of quiet without Olee's music.
Yeah, it's
But we
okay.
need. God dang it.
Bama Bermuda. Olee, you're gonna have
I
to
was-
press it like 22 times, man. So be ready.
Sorry.
All
I'll be
right.
ready next time.
Hat number 3. Here we go.
So we actually use this wheel in our office when we can't decide what to get for lunch. Shout out to Diego for texting me and reminding me that's what we use.
Little
Little-
Jim's lawn.
Uh,
So that was 3. Here's hat number 4.
New viewer. That's awesome.
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
oh, I missed that.
The art obsession.
Hey-o.
Another Utah boy. All right, that's number 4. Here goes the last hat. Number 5.
These are Nike hats, by the way. You can thank Emma. She's the one who decided that Nike was necessary for some reason. They're decent quality.
Nice. Steel
Steel
cut
cut.
lawn.
Congrats, brother.
KOTG lawn of the week. Awesome. All right. So those are the 5 hats. Do we want to move on and do shirts?
Yes. Let's do the 5 T's real quick.
All right, 5T. So is there a size restriction? You guys go up to 6X or anything like that?
I think we have XL. We if you're willing to wait a couple weeks, we can definitely order something larger.
All right.
We definitely did realize that we ordered too many smalls and mediums and not enough double XLs. So next time,
Mediums.
Few
That's-
dad bods.
That's why we're doing a KOTG weight loss challenge.
So we can fit in those.
the
Right.
the lawn care community is
A little bigger.
size
than
wise, shirt wise.
most. All right, here goes
said.
T-shirt number 1.
Shirt wise, bigger than anticipated. Apparently, 4 inches is the average, though.
All right, Eddie
Okay.
Arnavas. T-shirt number 2.
I started a list.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
boy.
So we're
Oh,
gonna
boy.
cross-check those messages with the list.
If you don't message,
Hey,
Hey-o.
LTZ.
Yeah, buddy.
last week's winner, right?
Good thing you let Olee know. All right, so that's
He's
T-shirt
down the
number
street from me.
3. Here's T-shirt number 4.
Yeah, I would say, Brent, if they don't send a message to our Instagram account, then maybe they just don't win.
Maybe.
All right, this was Honey Pot. It has like a emoji of a pot. I couldn't do that on my laptop. So Honey Pot.
That sounds like somebody's wife.
All right, here that was 4. So here's the last T-shirt, number 5.
We would have kept it to less products next time. Sorry, guys. I just would have.
Oh, Dave was
22.
Harper.
Harper Explorers.
Harper Explorers just won the KOTG Lawn of the Week not too long ago. All right. So, do we want to talk some more, or are we moving on?
Let's do the 2 hoodies real quick. So
2
that way we
hoodies?
get all the clothing out of there.
All right, getting the merch. All right, so hoodie number 1.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Eli's Fish and Fescue.
Ew.
I've seen him in the chat for quite a while now. I'm glad he won something.
Fescue.
All right, hoodie number 2.
Tacos and turf.
Oh, so close. Drunk one guy. Matt Silvers. It's
Thanks.
hoodie number 2.
Ew.
My wife was the next one on there.
Oh, yep. Got close. All right. So
Yeah, let's kick it. Let's kick it back for.
You could
For a
put
little-
some bull balls up in the front. That way, when you put your hands in that hoodie, you don't have to go hunt for no bulls.
I like it.
Can we
Like
we
that.
post that picture, please? Nate, do you
Oh.
have that?
Oh, I got a couple.
Yes.
He saved some.
KOTG's having a concert, y'all.
concert. Kind of
Yeah,
concert.
what do we got going on next week?
Is that
We
next
got-
week?
Next week.
Yeah, March is coming up quick, y'all. Shoo. Spring will be here in no time. Wait,
We have made friends with singer-songwriter, soon to be
Nashville.
country superstar, Josh Melton.
John Deere aficionado.
And if you haven't heard his song,
I was getting ready to play it.
where you been?
All right.
Yeah, so next week.
Back out there so I can use it in something.
So
Yeah.
Josh just dropped a single that you can find it on Apple Music. You can find it on any of the digital platforms where you could download singles, called Cutting Grass. And we somehow fell into a relationship with Josh, and he's going to come on the show next week, and we're going to talk about country music and writing songs, and he's going to play some songs, and I don't know. It was
Yeah, and he's-
kind of a cool little aside, right, from like regular lawn care stuff.
Yeah.
But he's just a country boy, like writing songs about cutting his grass.
Yeah, he's
And,
actually
I love
he's actually kind of a lawn care nut himself, and he's building a new house, and he's starting to get into hey, I got this new house, I want this badass lawn, and he's kind of like
I got
don't
to
know
correct you, Nate.
Yo,
He's a lawn freak.
there you go.
Hashtag lawn freak.
Well, that's how so many of us got started, right? We get a place, we get some little kids running around. They're like, "Shoot, we got to make this yard look good for the family. Get out there and enjoy it."
So he's also like 20 minutes away from Zach or something like that. He's just down the road, and Zach got to go to his concert this last week. So it's pretty awesome. We need to make sure he's using Landzie stuff though, right, Andrew? Gotta be out there using a spreader.
We'll send him something. We'll get him some merch. He'll wear it on the stage at his next concert.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. He's gonna start wearing KOTG merch on his concerts and stuff.
Maybe we can get him to put a KOTG sticker on his guitar.
There you go.
It didn't work out in Louisville, but maybe we can get Josh to do it.
Yeah. I
Tried in Louisville. Did I miss something?
Yeah, we tried. We tried handing the guitar player for Granger Smith a KOTG sticker to slap on his guitar, and he looked at us like, hell no.
Get out of here.
But no, like I was messaging Josh. I'm like, hey, like, are you gonna make a music video for this song? Because I know some guys who have some badass lawns that you can make a music video out of pretty good. So we'll see if he takes us up on that offer.
Well, I was curious, Andrew, how did you guys, Swordman, what made you guys think to team up with them or to look for them as a product to offer? How did you guys hook up with those guys?
So it's a funny story. About a year before we hooked up with them, I had a guy message me in the UK, and this is when we were first kind of kicking off. And he's like, "Hey, do you have anyone?" He wanted to buy a Landzie spreader in the UK. He's like, "Do you have anyone available?" I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry. At this time, we're really small. We're operating out of my garage. My wife couldn't park her car in the garage. She couldn't do any boxes everywhere. She wasn't super happy. Living room, like boxes and shit. So he's like, "Yeah, can I buy a spreader?" I was like, "Hey, I'm really sorry we don't have anyone. I'll be happy to send you one, but the shipping cost is like going to be outrageous." I was like, "We don't have a distributor in the UK." And I was like, "If you know anyone, let me know." And he's like, I was like, kind of ha. And he's like, "Hey, I may be interested." So his name's Ryan Green, Garden Imports UK. And he's like, him and I started talking, formed a great relationship, and he sells our spreaders all throughout Europe. Great dude. And then he kind of evolve that into a business model where he imports other stuff from, a lot of stuff from the US, Radius garden tools he does too, stuff like that. And then he started working with Swordman, and then he's like, "Hey, Swordman's a great company. I'm having a lot of success with them. I love their mowers." So he sent me a mower. I tried it out. I was like, "This is freaking cool. This is so awesome." I was playing with the Electra, which is awesome. It's so silent. It's like quiet. I'm on my lawn at like 10 o'clock at night. It's really cool. So, and then it just kind of went from there, and great company to work with. They kind of feel the same way, one about customer service, and then two about just pride in their product, and also constantly evolving and changing things. So that's kind of how it started, and it's growing, and it's good.
That's cool.
Nice. All right, what do you guys want to do now?
Give something else away.
Give
Do it.
away.
What's the next thing on the list? I think we're about a third of the way done.
What do we got? We got soil probes and the aerators.
Nate, you're muted.
Was it 5 soil probes? Is that what it was? Or 2? Was it 2 or 5? I can't remember.
3-1.
What do those come in different lengths?
They don't. I mean, we can if you do you need to go 36 inches down?
An extender?
Yeah. It comes with a pump.
Make it as big as you want.
No, I just didn't know.
goodness.
I just didn't know if you had one size or different sizes. So, all right,
Depends on the night. No, one size, sir. Only one size for that.
one size fits all for the old soil probe. But
All
yeah,
right,
Brian, let's pull that.
again.
Let's pull that baby up.
All right, still got 78 people on here. Okay. So this is soil probe.
Let's do it.
Full screen. All right, ready, Olee?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
God, I hope my wife wins a probe.
I was just thinking that.
Oh, the dad bod line.
Nice.
Nice.
Rats.
Right, man. And right now, to me, this is one of the hottest products because, I mean, here in a couple weeks, everyone's going to be doing a soil sample. So,
Exactly.
to me, this is perfect timing.
Yeah.
All right, probe number 2.
I was just thinking,
That is what she said.
a round of snow, and then I can get out there and start pulling some plugs.
Hey, Dan Childs.
There you go. That's my best friend right there. Yeah, he's my best friend. So he always screenshots me when he's like one off from winning something. He always screenshots me. He's like, "My day's coming. Sooner or later, I'm gonna win something."
Good.
So
I screenshot that one.
Like,
Send it to you.
yeah,
You're like one number
nice.
up.
All right, probe number 3.
Strong guy. If you win, DM me and we'll refund your purchase. He said he just bought a probe a couple days ago.
Hey, Super TA.
Jersey style.
boy. That's 2 jersey winners.
And you just have to
That's right.
hand deliver those
Yeah.
things.
Local company.
Saves on shipping right there, man.
Local company.
All right,
giving
so
to
that was
local
3. Are we
boys.
doing 3?
We're actually headed to Secaucus tomorrow, so we're driving. We have about an hour and a half drive up north, so we'll drop them off along the way, wherever you are in Jersey. Hand deliver.
Perfect.
Let's have lunch.
Perfect.
There you go.
We're going to some bakery in Secaucus. If you want to meet us there, by all means, we have a nice young lady on our staff who is with child, and then she insists we go to this bakery for lunch. And I was like, I'm not gonna argue with a pregnant woman about where we're going to eat lunch. So
Yeah.
All right.
you win.
Smart.
All right. We'll talk about that after the show. I'm in.
Yeah.
Right there.
There is an expo up there, though. That's what we're going to check out.
Awesome.
2 more,
All right.
Brian.
2 more. All right. Probe number 4. Hey,
Clint.
for dominating.
Ooh, Clint, right on, brother.
Clint.
Comes with their free slice of pizza.
Yeah, there you go.
KOTG alum right there.
Right.
All right, and probe number 5.
Clint, I'll send you some clasps with that as well.
Natty Lawn.
Nice. I wonder if that's like a natty light. You know?
I
What I was
don't know.
thinking.
Little play on words there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. So, all right. So we have left a couple aerators and the 2 spreaders.
All right, coming down the wire.
Hey, one thing, speaking of spreaders, I saw in the chat earlier some questions about sand. Do you get any feedback on people using it to spread sand, or like, would you recommend using it for sand? Or what's your, what do you hear the most feedback about with that?
So we've tried dozens of products in the spreader. Sandworks, we looked at making something a little different for sand, specifically for sand, but yeah, the Landzies will work with sand. They were designed for peat moss and compost. They will, and there are a bunch of videos out there of people using it with sand, and it works out really, really well. So that's kind of when we backed off the idea of making something specifically for sand. The only issue is, if you fill it completely with sand, it's going to be heavy. So if you're not pulling that with like a tractor or something, you gotta have a little muscle.
Definitely. Yeah, I've seen a few videos of people using it for sand. It seemed to roll out pretty good and fairly even. So I would say it's worth a shot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've used it for sand, and like I said, we've tested everything, and a lot of people have great success. So we kind of backed off the idea of making something specifically for sand, just because it has been, people have had good results.
Yeah.
Obviously, the drier, the better.
Yeah. In some cases, yes.
Can you load
Jesus
it?
Christ, Nate.
Depends on if you're using it with a pro or not.
You're setting them up on a tee tonight. I mean, I missed last week. I wasn't here last week. I was on vacation, so I gotta double time it. I gotta get back.
Yeah.
I think the viewers missed it last week. So,
Yeah.
but no, I was gonna say, like, the one thing that as I watch the videos and I see the spreader being used, when you buy a bag of peat moss, there's a lot of, I'll say, excess material in there. You get your barks and stuff like that. And when you watch it in use and you see what's left and that what it collects and doesn't put in your lawn, I think that's probably one of the biggest advantages. I mean, because that stuff is not going to break down. I mean, it's going to it's not going to break down. So you're going to have all that stuck in your yard. And for those that real mow, you definitely don't want that in the lawn. So, I mean, to me, that's one of the biggest advantages of the product right there is it keeps all that bark out of there. You can throw it in the garbage and then you throw a new bag in and move on. You just get that fine, the actual moss, the peat moss that's going to give you a nice, even top dressing. So that's, I don't know, when I watch it, that's kind of the coolest thing I see with that product. It's plus you're not covered, like you said earlier, you're not just covered from head to toe in peat moss because you're throwing it out by hand.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, I appreciate it, and that's kind of the way it's designed is because of that reason. So yeah, you can dump it. What I do is some parts of my lawn have like just really low spots where it's like almost like a river running through when it torrential downpours. So I'll just toss it in those low spots, throw some like soil on top, and it actually, because it's still like organic, it's still good, but it's not going to break down. Yeah, it takes forever.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think like for me, like I had a neighbor who got a whole bunch of topsoil for free, and it was full like clumps and stuff like that. And I ended up like screening it myself and then came up and spread it, through in the yard. I remember doing it and I'm like, God dang, this is a perfect project for one of the Landzie, spreaders. I'm like, this is 100% what this is designed for, is to throw all that dirt in that thing and just spread it, and all the clumps, throw them in a pile or do something else with them. But yeah, I definitely could have used one about a year ago. I should have tickled those balls a little sooner. So, but no, I mean, is there any questions in the chat that you came across, or that you noticed that we kind of skipped over or anything?
No, I've been trying to kind of keep up in between all the innuendo. But no, if I miss anything, let me know. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Gotcha. So
I think you're doing a good job. I think a lot of people are asking and you're going back and touching on them.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone has looked at the clock, but my clock says 10 o'clock with 19 minutes.
Yeah,
So I think we
3
are,
minutes.
so I think we're prime to finish these giveaways on 10:20, or as you said, military time,
Yeah.
22.
On 2/22/22.
Yep.
22.
Well, let's get these aerators out of here, and then we can take a look at those spreaders at 22.
All right. So what was next?
Got 3 fork aerators.
3 fork aerators. All right. Here goes number 1.
So I just count, it's 11 22s. If you do it at 22, 22, and 22 seconds, it's 11 twos.
That's a lot of twos. Oh,
Raising grass.
Jamie just barely missed that one. Raising grass. Congrats.
We're getting a lot of new names in the wheel tonight, winners.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. That's
Maybe
awesome.
maybe some first time listeners or some friends of some people or whatever. They probably reached out and said, hey, get in the live chat tonight, because we got an opportunity to win some stuff. And hopefully
Party in tonight. Maybe they're all logged in individually too.
Hopefully the new names are new watchers and will join us in the upcoming weeks.
We got more to come. All right, fork aerator number 2. These are personally sponsored by the Lawn Sauce. He loves his fork aerator. So here goes number 2.
Yo.
Now that might be REAGAN. I don't remember, but it was all blurred to me. It could be Mike Reagan or Reagan.
Let's go with Reagan.
One.
Let's say
All
Reagan.
Right.
Raging.
All right.
Moment of silence.
All right, here's number 3 fork aerator.
I love all the positivity in the comments, like people like congratulating each other, winning and stuff. It's awesome.
We got a good group of viewers. So Joe H, congratulations. All right, so we are.
I'm curious how many people right now are like, dang it, I didn't win. But then in the back of their mind, they're like, wait a minute, I still got a chance. I still got a chance at the spreader though.
That's right.
So you're saying I still got a chance.
Exactly.
All right. So is this the spreader now?
Yeah. Which one do you want to do first, Andrew? The 44 or the 24?
I'm at 10:20. Well, I'm at 11:22, but you guys are at 10:22. Might as well just go big. Do the 44 right now.
244.
Let's get on that.
22, 22,
22,
22, 22. Here we
How many
go.
names do you have left in the wheel?
I don't know. There's like 70 or something like that.
More than 22.
Here we go. 44 inch.
44.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Hey, Alex Carney.
Alex Carney.
Alex.
There you go.
Yeah.
Long-time listener.
Yeah. Iowa boy. Alex
Awesome.
was just on vacation on his honeymoon. So that is a perfect gift. So
Congratulations on the big
honeymoon
win.
wedding gift from Landzie then.
KOTG Landzie. He's pumped.
right.
He's already commenting. He is pumped up.
Alex,
Anyone in Iowa that wins one
Congratulations.
is obligated to let me borrow it for free, by the way.
Within a 100-mile radius, right?
Because you see, my dad was right next to Alex. So
Oh yeah. Well, I've been
Alex,
real
if you
close.
don't have a tow behind, like a tractor or anything to pull behind, the 44 actually pushes really, really easily as well. So you're in good shape.
That's good to know.
So just real quick, let's just say, and I can't remember the details of Alex's lawn, but let's just say a 44 is just unreasonable for him. I'm assuming you have no problems with him maybe downsizing if he wants to.
I'm super flexible. Yeah. And just as a company overall, we're really easygoing and flexible. But yeah, of course.
Gotcha.
In fact, if Alex wants to comment real quick, if he wants the 44 to 24,
Oh yeah.
we'll
And
give
we'll
away
give
the
away the
44
other
to
one?
someone else if he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He may want the 24. And we can turn
We'll
around
wait
and give
for
someone
that.
else. a
Yeah,
chance.
sorry. Give him a second to comment.
Too big for him, couldn't handle it. Maybe.
Give a thumbs
He
up.
can't
yay,
handle it too big.
nay.
I think he saw that he won. And he just went to bed. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly. He logged off.
He's
I
on
don't
his
know. There's
Yeah.
still 95 people in the chat, so they're still
Maybe I
hanging
should
in
have
there.
made that offer.
Usually,
Gra-
we got like a
44.
30-second.
the better.
24
Good
works.
better.
Bigger the better.
Boom.
All right.
All right.
There. That's what she said.
Oh, 40. Oh.
Grass Geek, what do you mean by in chat contest? A first in chat contest. You mean like the first person who gets in the chat wins something?
Mhm.
Is that what you mean? Anyway,
Bunch of KOTG stickers I got to give away.
There you go.
All right,
I
so
gotta send
Alex is
stickers
good
out,
with
too.
44, so then we're gonna do the 24 here at the end, right?
Yep.
All
Let's
right.
roll with it.
Keep that thing.
You're gonna put it
Live in the
bedroom,
MIDI. Is that Alex?
Right
Are
in the
you
living
guys
room.
related? Am I going to create some issues at home, Alex?
Looks
uh-oh.
like we're gonna have to get a bigger house.
That's it. That must be Alex's wife.
About the garage.
All right, here we go. 24-inch spreader.
That is hilarious if that's his wife. Where the hell are we going to store that thing?
Gotta be his wife.
That is his wife.
It's gotta be his bride.
Just busted. He just took you to Aruba. Okay. And now you're busting the man's balls about a spreader. I mean, he can make that video the whole like they gave it to me, that
Yeah,
one.
right.
That's
How much
he
that
can use
cost?
that.
They
Hard.
gave it to me.
Oh man, can we send his wife a T-shirt too, please? She's awesome.
Send along with the
All right,
DM me
spreader.
or
I'll write
get,
it down.
Get
And
the
t-shirt for
KOTG
wife.
guys your name because you're hysterical. Great.
And he just sell my car to make room in the garage.
You have any ladies cut tees, Andrew? For
We-
Mrs. Carney.
So we actually do have ladies cut polos. I don't know if we have any left in stock.
Is that what you're wearing right now?
Well, we ran out of it. Yeah.
He's a svelte man, yes. And he looks good in it. So leave him alone.
It goes well with my perfume.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Ooh,
Here's
she
the
says
last one.
She says I took him to Aruba.
You might have.
My parents gave us that trip.
Oh.
Oh man, where does Alex and his wife live?
Great state of God's country, Iowa.
Iowa. Hey, Jay Pello.
Hello.
Nice.
Congrats.
Someone
Oh.
who definitely works in the landscape industry. I'm sure he's gonna
Yeah.
get good use out of that sucker.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. He's a lawn care professional.
Yeah.
Award lawn care professional, apparently.
Well, boys, by my count, that is 22 things
Jeez.
that Landzie has blessed us with to give away to our viewers tonight. So
That's awesome.
definitely want to say again, thank you, Andrew, for coming on the show and doing this amazing, awesome giveaway. That's when you I was thinking, let's do a couple t-shirts, and you came back with that. I know last night me and Bill were talking. I think we both choked for a second. We're like, holy shit, this is gonna be a good show. So
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys aren't the
Yeah.
one who had to enter all the goddamn names in the chat. You're on the wheel. Sorry, Ryan.
No, it's good. It's all
But
good.
no,
It's fun.
it was great. I appreciate the opportunity.
yeah. So for the viewers, your products, where can you find them? How can someone research Landzie? How can someone, what you got a website, you on Instagram, you on Twitter? Like, tell us your platforms.
Yeah, so Pornhub.no, I'm sorry.
Hey.
We're on we're on Amazon. We're on we actually just started selling some stuff on Target, Walmart. But yeah, our website, www.landzie.com, has all of that. It's got all of the information. We try to answer a bunch of the commonly asked questions in our FAQs. We try to provide a lot of information. If there's anything at all that's like not answered or you're unclear about, you just have questions, feel free to email us. Our support team's excellent. By that, I mean my wife. She answers all the emails. If you want to call, our numbers on the website, you'll get like a live person, usually me or my wife, and we'll answer any questions you have about the product. So feel free to reach out. We love talking about lawns and grass and probes.
So Kevin Wilson said he already added you on Instagram, so you guys will be DMing
Awesome.
about
Good
New
stuff.
Jersey.
We'll see how that goes. Kevin may be blocked by the end. It depends on his pork roll Callahan answer, but yeah.
And if you're not already, everyone in the chat, please go follow Landzie on Instagram. Give them a follow. Like I said, check out their website. And also, I know the time might be running out, but I do also know that you were running a 2/22/22 special discount on your website. Is that correct?
Yeah, so 22% off Landzie 24-inch, 36-inch, 44, 24-inch spreaders, our soil probe, and our fork aerator. So 22% off for the next 22 hours.
Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome.
So if you did not get the opportunity to win something tonight and you're looking to take advantage of that sale, by all means, head over to their website and use that code Landzie22 was the code that you need to use to get that % off. So thank you, Andrew, for offering that to our viewers. And thank you for coming on the show tonight and letting everyone learn about Landzie.
And also
Sorry,
following them on
Brian.
Instagram, use your second and third accounts as well to follow them that you're doing on here too. So
Andrew, there's a whole pork roll debate going on already.
I see. So I really wish I could weigh in. I honestly don't have I don't have an opinion on this. I'm pretty opinionated about the whole North Jersey, South Jersey, Central Jersey type of situation, but the pork roll Taylor ham never really got me going. But if you're not from New Jersey, it's like a big thing. It's like broken up marriages before. So
You gotta be from or like have real ties to like north of Newark to be a Taylor ham person.
yeah,
And everything else is pork roll. That's
Is it
my
like
that's my feeling. That's my feeling. Like
North
I live
of
in
Newark,
I live in Central
Bergen
Jersey.
County.
I live in Central Jersey, but like I'm I've, whatever. I'm from Texas. I've been here for a long time though. So like I'm now a North Jersey guy because that's where I work and that's where my life is based. And
But Brent, you don't say
I'm a Taylor Ham.
you don't say Wooder, so you don't have that going.
Well, no, I mean, because I did grow up in my formative years in Texas, so especially like it's kind of funny. It's like if I talk to my mom and dad on the phone, like the accent comes back. Like people at work will be like, why do you sound weird, man? I'm like, I don't know. I talked to my folks yesterday. Like, I don't know. It just kind of comes back. So I have this like kind of weird like code switching thing where, if I like talk to my folks or if I talk to anybody from like other parts of the country, like I just automatically talk to that like that. And then, at work, I'll be like, just a straight like North Jersey guy, which is funny because I'm not from here. So
can we hear the Texas accent real quick?
What's that?
Can we hear like the Texas accent? Can you like?
Oh, if I like talk to my mom and my dad, then I'm just kind of a little bit slower, kind of more of a Matthew McConaughey kind of talk.
Yep.
I'm just a little bit slower, and I'm a little bit, I'm not worried about so much. I'm just kind of chilling,
Hey, I see
that
that
in New York, you got to be fast.
Oh yeah, and then
it's worry about everything.
It's funny because I'll talk to my parents one night, and I'll kind of get into that vibe, that like real Southern, Dallas vibe. And I'll just be talking to my parents and I'm like, all right, it's cool. Hey, how's everything going? How you guys been? And I'll go to work the next day and I'm like, yo, my guy, you're like, what the hell's going on over here? Like, you got to stop whatever it is you're doing, It's kind of switch back and forth. I don't know. It's weird. I've lived all over the country and, so.
Hey, I did see that Weekend Warrior Lawn just posted that he just purchased the fork aerator.
Nice.
So that's awesome.
Nice. Wait, free shipping?
Yeah, free shipping.
$77.99 free shipping.
I didn't know. I'm kidding.
Uh-oh.
So all of our products are free shipping. That's one thing I hate. If I'm going to buy something and I go and check out and then it's like, by the way, an extra like $12.99, $90, whatever it is. That frustrates me so much. Mm-hmm. So yeah, everything's free shipping. Even the Swordman stuff is now free shipping as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. So awesome. Well,
thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it without you.
Yeah.
Try.
I know I couldn't.
I got my
we'd be here
fingers.
We'd be here to 2:22 a.m.
And then it'd be 2:23, 22. You'd miss it.
Yeah.
But no, thanks to Andrew for all those awesome gifts, man. You really,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank
you're
you.
getting Landie's name out there. So
Nate said it already, but please give Landzie a follow on all their platforms. 100% follow them on Instagram and check out their website. Help them out. They obviously, helped everybody else out, tonight in the chat, gave everybody a chance to win something. So help them out, give them a follow, see what they're up to. Obviously, Andrew and the crew are, evolving. They're always rolling out something new and trying to expand what they're working on. So, keep a tab on what they're doing and what the next products are going to be.
And if you have a
follow, so help them out.
And if you have a lawn product that you're frustrated with, reach out to Landzie because they may be able to help you out and partner up with them. That's
Yeah, and if you got any bulls that need any help,
reach out to Nate.
Yeah,
you got a two-handed fella that'll take care.
Hey, rumor has it that we're going back to PBR this year for GIE, so there may be a round 2 for this whole story.
Well, I still got to register, but I'm going to because I missed the Landzie party, and I'm not missing it in 2022. That's for damn sure.
All right, so 2 things real quick. Sorry, 1, it will not be the last night. 2, it's not a rumor. 100% happened.
Nice.
Nice.
We're already in the works.
So
This
book
is-
your
Yeah, baby.
travel to be over a little later.
For sure. Yeah, and if you are thinking about going to GIE, you're kind of on the fence, I highly recommend it. You can come hang out with us. We had a great time. We, like I said, we don't hang out in real person. We the first time most of us met was at GIE, and half of us didn't get to go, so we still haven't even met each other in real life.
Yeah.
So
It's been a
definitely,
year.
definitely, hopefully everyone can make it, and we can hang out with some more people, and we can maybe close down the old PBR again with Andrew and the Landzie crew.
I
Nice.
like it.
But
Absolutely.
All right,
right.
great show, guys.
Hey,
Appreciate
we'll bring
it.
on the week back next week. Right out of time this
Yep.
week. But yeah, post it, do your hashtags this week. Summer or springtime's coming, so get us some pics, and we're coming back next week.
Start getting ready.
Mhm.
And one last thing I was going to say is today is actually day 50 of our KOTG weight loss challenge. We're halfway through the KOTG weight loss challenge,
Nice.
and I will say I'm going to do a shout out because Papa Moslow is destroying everyone. He has lost over 30 pounds already.
Oh man.
Holy hell.
I mean, I thought I was doing okay, and I was happy with myself, and his percentage is more than double of mine.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
So it's going to be extremely hard for anyone to catch him. So if he can maintain, I mean, he doesn't even have to lose anymore. He can maintain, and I think he's got it in the bag. So just going to throw that out there that if you didn't weigh in, if you didn't get your picture sent in, please get that sent in. But yeah, like I said, we got some work to do, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 50 days to try and dethrone Papa, because he's sitting up there on a pedestal right now.
Nice.
So congrats to you, Papa. You're doing a great job.
Man, I miss Papa.
Yeah.
Maybe
No
I'll
good
meet up
food.
with him this week, and I'll make sure he force feed him a bunch of barbecue or something.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So
All right, great show, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Andrew, for coming on, and we will see you guys next week.
appreciate it. Go Hawks.